Join me as I head into the woods to investigate the eerie sound of a baby crying. What I find might just chill me to the bone. I still get chills thinking about that day, the sound of a baby wailing in the middle of nowhere. It was a sound that sent shivers down my spine and made me question what could be out there. The woods can be a scary place, especially when you're alone and you hear a sound that doesn't seem to belong. It's natural to feel a sense of unease and uncertainty. I've always been drawn to the unknown, and this was no exception. I had to know what was making that sound. The crying seemed to be coming from deep within the woods, and I knew I had to be careful. The trees seemed to be closing in around me as I stood there trying to decide what to do. As I stood there, the crying stopped, and an eerie silence fell over the woods. It was as if everything was waiting to see what I would do next. I knew I had to investigate further, but a part of me was screaming to turn back, to get out of there as fast as I could. The unknown can be a powerful thing. It can draw you in and make you feel like you're being pulled towards something, even if it's something you shouldn't be doing. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I had to know what was going on. I had to see this through, no matter how scary it got. I took a deep breath and started to make my way deeper into the woods. The trees seemed to be getting closer and closer together, and the shadows were getting darker and darker. I walked for what felt like hours. The crying had stopped, and all I could hear was the sound of my own heartbeat and the rustling of leaves beneath my feet. The atmosphere was thick with tension, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Every step I took, every move I made, seemed to be magnified, and I felt like I was being pulled deeper and deeper into the woods. The trees seemed to be closing in around me, and I could feel a sense of dread building up inside me. It was as if I was being pulled towards something, and I didn't know what it was. I heard twigs snapping and leaves crunching, and I spun around, but there was nothing there, just the darkness of the woods. As I turned a corner, I saw something that made my blood run cold. It was a sight that I will never forget, a sight that will haunt me for the rest of my life. I found an old decrepit house surrounded by a fence that was covered in cobwebs and a gate that was hanging off its hinges. The house seemed to be leaning to one side, as if it was sinking into the ground, and the windows were boarded up, but I could have sworn I saw a light flickering in one of them. I approached the house slowly, my heart pounding in my chest, and my senses on high alert. I didn't know what I was going to find, but I knew it wasn't going to be good. As I got closer, I heard a faint crying sound. It was soft and whimpering, and it seemed to be coming from inside the house. I pushed open the creaky gate and stepped inside, my eyes scanning the surrounding area, looking for any signs of movement. The crying got louder, and I followed the sound to a room at the back of the house. It was a room that seemed to have been left untouched for years. The furniture was old and dusty, and the air was thick with the smell of decay. I found an old crib with a small antique doll lying in it. The doll was crying. It was a sound that was so real, so lifelike, that it sent shivers down my spine. As I stood there, frozen in terror, I realized that some things are better left unexplained, and that sometimes it's better to trust your instincts and turn back. The experience left me shaken, and it's a memory that will haunt me for a long time to come. That's my story, and I hope you enjoyed it, or at least, I hope it sent chills down your spine. If you have any thoughts or opinions, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other horror stories for more chilling experiences.